Hello, welcome. Guess what, you guys? So, hey, welcome to my show. I'm calling this the Leadership Series, or maybe we should call it the Leadership Show for Women of Color. Hey, I am your host, Latrice Huff, career and leadership coach to ambitious women of color. And if you all remember, in February, I went live 21 days straight for Black History Month, really giving you all tips, tricks, and secrets on how to land a leadership role and be successful in your role as a leader and as a woman of color. And I am so excited to say you all love that so much. I was like, how about we just do it a weekly show? So every week for the month of March, maybe longer, but let's see how March goes. I'm going to be sharing tips, tricks, secrets, all the goods on how to land a leadership role and how to also land a six-figure role as a woman of color. Yay! Okay. Today, we're really going to talk about that leadership language. And I chose this topic because it's one of the biggest mistakes I see women of color make that are preventing them from getting the interviews and getting the offers for the leadership roles that they deserve. Again, 9 times out of 10, you're already doing the role, you're already functioning as a leader in your department and probably have been in a while. If you're that go-to person, if you are doing all your boss's work, if your boss is like, you're my right hand woman, you're ready. Okay. So, and if you are already in a leadership role and you're feeling like some of that imposter syndrome coming in, this is going to be for you as well. Because I really want to share with you all how to be in a leadership role and still be authentic to yourself. Like what I hear a lot of women say is like, oh, I feel like I got to be somebody else or talk in these big words. And that's just simply not true. You want the magic? Let me give it to you. Here's the thing. Being one, clear and concise and confident in the problem you solve. So knowing the problem you solve and being able to clearly articulate that, right? This is what I teach my clients when we focus on their brand is yes, you need to know your brand, but once you're getting over in that six figures and multiple six figures in leadership role, it is also about clearly and concisely articulating the problem you solve. But in clear language, in clear simplicity language. It's not all about the biggest words. If you look a lot, the most effective leaders or people that influences others, they use very simple language, very simple words, but they're also concise with that language. Okay. So you want to be sure to be clear, concise, and confident in your brand and in the problem you solve. Meaning you should be able to clearly articulate the problem you solve and your brand on your resume, when you are networking, on your LinkedIn. This is how you are going to get those interviews, okay? This is how you're going to be attracting the interviews. This is also how during the interview, you're going to get that offer, being clear and concise. Here's the next one. Number two, you need to be results driven. Okay. Meaning, what this means is you need to show your impact, not just the task that you did, not just the task. And this is a huge mistake I see a lot of women of color make is that we list the actions and tasks that we did, which is great. But if you keep doing that, you're going to keep being the worker bee instead of the queen bee. When you are ready to be the queen bee, you need to talk like the queen, meaning you need to talk like the results that you have produced, the teams that you have led, the impact that you have made on the company. Okay, and what this looks like, using words like saved, prevented, secured, successfully, did something, generated, improved, decreased. What were the results of what you've done? What is the overarching impact that you have on a company? Besides, I ran a report, I analyzed a report. I see that's a lot of like very tactical stuff, which is important. But to that leadership level, it's like, how are you making an impact on this company? How have you made an impact, right? So when you start talking like that in person, when you start showing up like that at networking events, when your resume has metrics on it, right? Y'all, you're going to be attracting those roles that you want, okay? And if you're like, Latrice, I am loving this, let me tell you all, I am having a free workshop, a free leadership workshop, all on how to advance your career and build your executive presence. That is going to be free for you all. If you're interested in that, just put leadership in the comments, and some either myself or someone from my team, we're going to send you that free we're going to send you the free link to the workshop. The workshop, I want to say it's April 17th. It's going to be Wednesday, April 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay. So I wanted to make sure I tell you all that. And if you have not already, be sure to like and subscribe, you all. Like, subscribe, follow me so that you can get notified whenever I go live. Again, I'm going to be going live every Monday in April at 7 p.m. Eastern. So you can put that on your calendar, but also be sure just to follow me and you'll get notified when I go live. All of these topics are going to be very timely, very helpful to help you advance in your career and be the leader you were always meant to be, sis. Okay. All right. I'm going to make sure I check the comments. Hey, okay. So wait a minute. It's because sometimes my comments do not always show on my screen. So I'm looking. Y'all, chime in. Tell me where you're joining from. I am by way of Texas, originally from Baltimore. As you all are coming in, just let me know. Just give me like a hey. Who else is in Texas? Who's from Maryland? North Carolina always shows up. So if you're from North Carolina, give me a hey, hi in the comments, you guys. And if you are just joining, I am going to do a quick recap. So you haven't missed anything. I'm going to do a quick recap as well. All right. Because I see we just got more people joining us. Here's the thing, what we've talked about so far, the key to speaking that leadership language is being clear, concise, and confident in the problem you solve. You should be able to clearly articulate your brand and the problem you solve. Clear as day on your resume. No guessing, no, people should be able to read between the lines. If you find yourself saying, oh, they should know, that tell you right there, it's not being clear and concise. This is how you should be able, if you have 10, 15, 20 years experience, you should be able to get it down on a 2-page resume, because you're going to be clear and concise in your language. Okay. Number 2, we just talked about is results and impact. If you all have questions about like, hey, how do I do this? How do I show my results? Just put it in the chat if you have a specific example, right? But you should be showing your results and your impact that you have made clear as day. Okay. This is also how you are going to be able to attract those opportunities. You want somebody to see your resume and be like, yes, 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 we need to call her in right now. Right? If it's confusion, if it's hesitation, it's like, okay, where am I not being clear and where am I not showing my impact? Okay. All right. Here's the next thing. Number 3, y'all, this is the biggest one. Are you being relevant? Are you using the relevant language? And this is how you know when you're looking at those job ads, you should be using very similar, if not identical, language. Okay. Very similar, if not identical. All right. So let me know if you are like, okay, I'm feeling Latrice, I feel what you're saying. Put it in the comments if you have questions, or if you even like, all right, I got it. Let me share this. I want to give you all this quick analogy. Because what I've noticed is in the job description, a company may say strategic planning experience or strategic planning. And I've had clients and they'll have on their resume, I completed projects on time. Nice, good. But what they're asking for is strategic planning. And they'll say, oh, well, Latrice, they should know if I finish the project on time, then I know how to strategically plan. No, they want to see the words strategic planning, preferably at the top, but definitely riddled through. Okay. Using that language. If you're like, I don't know what the leadership language is, you can look right at the job ad and you'll be able to pick out like the language that is more that leader is more high level overarching impact language, right? Usually it's about strategizing some sort of leadership and impact. Everything that I'm telling you all, you could look right at the job ad, you'll see those words, right? But I want to give you all this analogy, right? A few years ago, me, my daughter, and my mom, we went to Paris. Oh my God, it had to be my son's 6. So maybe it was like 7 years ago. We went to Paris. I loved it. And that was my first time there. And my daughter, she had been there several times. She speaks French and everything. And she's like, Ma, I have to take you to this like famous bakery and they have the best macaroons. Okay. Y'all, have you ever had a macaroon from Paris? Oh my God. Talk about colorful, delicious, everything you want melt in your mouth. And like 12 of them are like 56 euros. But amazing. So as I'm sitting here in this beautifully decorated bakery with these delicious macaroons, and all I could think was like, do they sell chocolate chip cookies? I was like, do they bake regular stuff? I was like, this is good, but I sure would like a chocolate chip cookie to take back to the hotel, right? Let me tell you all, this is what you're doing when you're applying. You're like, I'm gonna give them the macaroon and tell them all these fancy things on my LinkedIn and on my resume. And that recruiter and the hiring manager is like, okay, but I want to know, do you have chocolate chip cookies? Can you bake a good chocolate chip cookie? And you're like, well, they see if I can do macaroons, then I can do a delicious chocolate chip cookie. No, if a company is asking for chocolate chip cookies, you're going to show them chocolate chip cookies and put the macaroon in the bag. That should be the extra, the icing on top. I explain this to my clients a lot, and I call it the macaroon method because I was like, y'all just want to present and give all the macaroons, and like I got to show them where I started in 1999, but we don't. They're asking for what is the relevant information, and you can look right at the job ad. You could also look at like the company website and see their vision, and you can see the language they use. That is the language they want you to present. I'm not saying don't give the macaroon. I'm saying the macaroon is the extra in the bag. Let me know if y'all feeling. If y'all like, okay, Latrice, I got it. I got it. Y'all, I'm giving y'all gold in the secrets. Once my clients get this and really start using the language that is presented to them, and giving that extra instead of just doing the extra, right? Instead of just doing the macaroon, you're like, oh, they asked for a chocolate chip cookie, I'm going to give it. They asked for strategic planning, I'm going to say strategic planning. And I'm also going to say how my exceptional ability to strategically plan allows me to complete the projects in timely and above the deadline, before the deadline. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Like you're going to be using that language and still giving them the extra. Don't lead with what you think they should know and they should be able to figure out. No. Remember, if you all take nothing else, clear, concise, confident, relevant. Relevant. That's what they want to know. I had somebody tell me, she was like, but I want to put something on here in 2001 because I want them to know when I had first started working. I was like, they don't care what you did in 2001. Is that relevant to right now? Is that relevant? They want to know about the problem you can solve for them right now. This is the language they're using. Can you give them this language back? And then with that macaroon, give them a little extra and tell them how you do it better, faster, quicker than anyone else. All right. This is what we're talking about. Let me know. Let me know. I want to know in the comments, are you all applying and hearing back? Or are you like, Latrice, I'm hearing crickets? And the reason that I ask is because recently in March and in April, well, this is April 1st now, but I'm seeing more and more of my clients getting reached out, getting interviews and offers, even from roles that they applied back in December, right? But what's also happening is once they're using this method that I'm teaching, so I call it the macaroon method. Once it's like bringing bees to flowers and bees to the nectar and to the honey, right? It's like you're using their language to bring them in. This is also how my clients are getting like 3, 4 recruiters reaching out to them a week in LinkedIn. They're using the same language and they're giving the extra. So I do want to know what is going on, guys. Why y'all quiet today? It's Monday. Unless it's in the comments and I'm not seeing anything. Wait a minute. All right, we got Latoya. Hey, I can see some people. All right, y'all, tell me how y'all so quiet today. Let me No. Okay. If you have questions or if you're like, hey, Latrice, I want to come to the workshop about I want to learn how to advance my career and build my executive presence. I have a free online workshop that I'm doing April 17th on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can if you all are shy today, just DM me leadership, or you can put leadership in the comments, okay? I'm going to be checking my comments throughout the week. So if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay and you can still put in your comments. If you're joining live, give me a hashtag live, put in your questions. We're going to be responding. I'm going to be giving you all shout outs. All right. And I will see you all next week. Bye.